What's up, y'all? It's the Mimic Arts, aka Miles Parker here. I'm just here just to give y'all some information. Hopefully, y'all like my artwork. But before we can get to that, make sure you smash the like, the subscribe. It's down there. It's down there. I know it's down there. YouTube been around for I don't know how long. I'm new to this, but y'all stay true to this. Smash that like and subscribe button. I'm just saying. Accomplish with this segment today is just really get y'all not really in depth with the story because then that it's in it just it brings on spoilers. It makes me want to keep talking about the story, so I'm not gonna do that, but I will go over just little things, maybe like how I get onto the comic, how I start actually liking these, how I hear about these comics, little stories like that, just to give you a little overview on this comic in my life. This comic's like at least top 5 or 10 storylines for me, because I mean my one through 4 is they Marvel and DC storylines, but and this not to say this one isn't deserving of the top spot. But for me, I have Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, Lantern, Flash. They interest. They're just my favorites, I guess I should say. If you know me, you know me. I grew up as a basketball player. That's apparently everybody. All I wanted to do was play basketball. But I've always been a nerd. If you really know me, a nerd, quotation marks. Someone that was always into comic books, into superheroes. It was just something that was always there. So I'm growing up like if you see me now, I'm tall, but growing up I was just kind of the short guy the whole time, like literally all the way up until I was a sophomore in high school. I was always the shortest. I think even a freshman in high school I was still 5 foot. Like I was only 5 foot, and so this was my escape, man. Like I would go hide out at these comic book stores. Nobody would know about it. I either walk to them or I'd be ordering stuff, you know what I mean? Like that I don't need to. It was either shoes or comic books, but a lot of people just don't know that. And so I have a lot of comic books stored up and all that stuff. But anyway, to the Invincible segment. So I'm in high school because the comic book came out in 2003. I didn't read it and get in depth with it until way later from me hearing about it, though. The reason why I heard about it is because of the whole Marvel team up they have. It's Invincible and Spider-Man on the cover. That's how I heard about it, because I'm just a kid going into comic book stores looking for my regular old Spider-Man. And I hear people talking about, oh yeah, this guy. You put it off because it's not who you want to see or hear or read about. And so this just opened a whole nother door, and they're just like, nah, man, trust me, you read it. I know you'll like it, so go ahead. And so I just read that book with the team up, and I loved it because obviously it's Spider-Man. I'm gonna love anything with fucking Peter in it. Excuse me.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm gonna love anything with Peter.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Pause. By the way, Peter Parker is what I meant. Nigga! I read that book, interests me, but I just never picked up the comics until maybe 2015, where I started to read it because it was still ongoing. Something that I slowly picked up because I like to finish stuff. Like right when I like to finish. I hate waiting month to month, and this thing came out every month, every 2 months, so just one issue. Like, you know what I mean? But once I finally read it, no, your thing didn't pause. I paused, bro, because this is hands down just a great story, like from start to finish. So we can start with how everybody else became flabbergasted. Okay, what's the number one thing you love about the show?
It's fucking brutal. I love the violence, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course. Literally everybody. Yeah. the feeling I got first reading this first issue, just like everybody else. So they have a little bit of snippet of the Guardians of the Globe. So it's telling you everything, like it's making you feel like, oh yay, you know what I mean? Like it's a regular comic book. He gets his powers, you know what I'm saying? Like you already knew he was gonna get his powers, so you was just like, oh yay, 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 this is happening, and then you get the Omni-Man twist. The Omni-Man twist. He absolutely catches everybody off guard. So this really brings, for me, this really brings on the tension of the comic book. Just so to see that animated in that first episode, it was crazy to me. Like I literally hit the Leo. Bro, there was nothing, I was just completely speechless. The animation was beautiful. Like it was amazing. I'm like everybody else. Like how y'all got attached to the show is how I got attached to the comic book. The brutality, the original storyline, the throwing you off guard, not expecting it, because you're expecting Omni-Man to be like Superman, right? Like I'm pretty sure everybody, like I said, the Superman, you expecting oh, this villain did this, nobody's getting hurt, I'm gonna save everybody before they can get hurt. So you seeing civilians getting demolished, bones crushed, everything that you wouldn't expect in a Superman comic because of them not having the whole plot, I guess. I mean, they got plot because it's a story, but like the plot, like Superman, you know what I'm saying? If he's in trouble, he's in trouble. Like you see it. Mark will get his butt whooped before anything great happens to him, and that's just what it is, and that's how he learns from stuff. And he even says it like in the first or second episode that they animated or whatever. He was just like, it's not what I expected.
Because of you. And everyone freezes their first time. I used to throw up before every fight, barf my guts out.
Really?
Like a fire hydrant. You'll get used to it. The fights, not the barfing.
It wasn't what I expected. I figured I'd punch some aliens and they'd go home.
Not how it looks on TV.
Oh shit.
And you're damn right it's not, because this is technically real life, you know what I mean? He's not reading a comic book, he's not looking at a show. It's real life for him. All that is just beautifully done. It really takes you on a journey and a ride. And if you haven't read the comics, I advise you really do. They are amazing. It's only 144 issues, man. And it's a great story, something that draws you in. It keeps you entertained from start to finish. There's not really any filler type stuff like in the books. The show's obviously gonna have that because animation is just different. Like there's a different way to tell the story. Like the comic and the animation is different in their ways, but nothing that you will hate, despise, anything like that. It's beautifully done. To me, it's just all around great. And so this is where this show was so great to me, and it fueled me in a way that I just wanted to draw. I just wanted to draw something real easy. I just really did a little portrait of Mark just to get it out, get my juices flowing, I guess. We can get back into really getting into it, so I can give you more videos like this of me talking about what I'm drawing, because it's not only just getting the pictures and showing them to people. You have to be able to connect with people, and I just feel like this will help me connect to y'all better. Help me do things that are just for everybody. Like, of course, you'll hear me cuss or every now and then, you know what I'm saying? You hear me cuss, but it's just what I do sometimes. Sometimes you express yourself a certain way, you know what I mean? Sometimes it just has to happen. It's just something that will draw you in. Like, you have characters that are like Adam Eve, you got Rex, Robot, Omni-Man, Invincible itself, the Seal, Donald. Like, everybody is either funny, they have a point to the story, or like it's just great ass character development in general. You were going to see so much emotion tied to these characters, and not only the emotion with it, but you see them grow with the physicalities, their powers and stuff like that. You see them grow with their will, all that character development. It's there. Like, there's just certain things you people want, and Kirkman gives it to you from first issue to the last issue. And as of right now, I couldn't even tell you what my favorite issue is, but seeing Mark develop and become everything he is or whatever, it's just a beautiful storyline, and I hope more people can get into the comics and stuff like that, man. Just talking about this stuff makes me want to go watch the show again. I want to read the comic again. Yeah, man, like I just really hope y'all enjoy what I brought y'all today. There's more to come like this, and if you really want me to get in depth with it, I didn't get that in depth with the comic and or the show detail. I really gave you what I like or what I don't like about the show, which is nothing that I don't like, because I love the show 100%. But I can't go into depth right now. I don't want spoilers, but For the Streets, y'all make sure y'all follow For the Streets. I'll be talking a little bit more about the comic, a little bit more about anything anybody wants to know. I just tried to keep this more towards my artwork, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Go, Dada.